Hi, I am your host, Tortilla. I am here with lettuce, rice, and cheese, and we are here to get to the beef. For
Hi.
this week's beef, our subject is the social media boom during COVID. On our list, so right now is that there has been a 40% increase in messaging and social media use in America since COVID hit. What are your guys' opinion on that?
Oof, that's a lot of time on the phone if you kind of think about it.
Yeah.
Like
Mm.
that's gotta have some like health issues right there because I already knew that people were kind of not doing so well when it came to being physically active. How about it? How about it? Cheese.
You probably still having mic problems, but probably, but it makes sense why there's been like that major of an increase since of the fact of like what else are you gonna do?
I
What? Twiddle your thumbs or play board games with like your dog or whoever else is in your household?
Yeah. That's
Like the
it's
electronics
crazy.
industry has been booming and also prices have been increased. Like have you seen like Nintendo Switches on Amazon? They're like over $600.
oh like with scalper
Yeah, they're
prices and all that
getting
great stuff.
really pricey now.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Oh, there you are, Keith. Well, what is your opinion on
Yes.
the matter?
Well, of course they're probably gonna take advantage of people wanting something to do with all this free time.
Oh,
Fair enough.
on a more technical thing, like with all the stock shortages, oh my god, the new graphics cards that came out not too long ago. What was it
Yeah.
called? The G4, not GeForce, Nvidia's 3000 series have been actually expensive as
Yeah.
heck. Like for the
Those
cards to,
How bad have the prices went up?
well, the cards basically come out at around $500, right, for your basic 3070, right? And well, you got people who just sit there, scalpers, who will buy the product, and because they'll be completely sold out, they'll go ahead and like double the price. No joke. And they'll
And
kind
I
of
bet they
resell the
still
product.
sell, don't they?
Oh, well, obviously, because, stock, but man, that demand and that short price, or that demand and short stock, there we go.
Hmm. Well, and since COVID as well is happening, they can't really make much. They can't really make it any faster because they have to follow the social distancing factors by the government.
Yeah, and then people are losing their jobs because of it all, which affects, I guess, stock, labor, which kind of
Oh,
overall general stocking.
this other thing I found out is that during the time when Animal Crossing and Doom Eternal came out in like March.
Those are great times.
Yeah. So, like, yeah, there would be an increase. There'd be like a good amount of, products being sold during then. But 1.58 million gaming titles were sold in a 6-day gap in March.
Oof. Oof.
yeah.
All right.
A
Oh, that
lot of
is.
memes arose out of Doom Eternal.
You know, I was one of those people, so I can't really. I think we all. I think we are
Yeah.
all part of that group.
Yeah.
I know, but like
I was
even
certainly
when
playing Doom at that time.
Yep.
even with the stats, it was an 82% increase from like what they were expecting.
It kind of just puts it into perspective. I remember back before COVID really got super serious, where it just be kind of like a joke of, oh man, cough cough, rubs their hand all over them. And be like, now you got the
Yeah.
COVID. Right.
Yeah.
This was back in like December. Well, then as soon as it started hitting to February, then it started becoming a little too real. So people started joking about it a lot less. Then in March, when everything got restricted, oh, I was not prepared for that.
Dude, I remember the day that we were put away from school since of COVID hit. I was talking to someone and they were like saying, "Hey, are you all right?" Because I was looking like nervous and stuff. I'm like, "Yeah, I'm just worried about this virus blowing up." He's like, "Nah, it's not gonna." And then we got sent that day and we never came back. So
Yep. Mm.
And
Yeah.
that just added more stress to that factor of holy crap, this escalated quickly.
Just like, yeah, we'll be fine. Nothing to worry about.
I know that due to all this stuff and being trapped inside, that hasn't exactly been great for a lot of people's kind of coping mechanisms. Because I mean, if you want to go take a walk, I mean, you can, but you can't. I know a lot of people like to just hang out just to kind of burn off some stress. So that's kind of sucks for a vast majority of people out there.
Yeah. There's so much stuff. Like people who go to the gyms as well. Like the people who always went to the gyms like once a week or like every other day, like they had to completely
Yeah.
reschedule their way around things.
Well, it's really dependent on what part of the United States that you're in. Because you see, for me,
Oh,
I'm over here
that
in
too.
Virginia, right? And you see, our gyms, like, you'll have social distancing inside the gyms. However, our gym is open normal hours. So, I usually go like once or twice a week. But, you can't exactly like go over there and be like, hey, Chad, how you doing, buddy? High five.
All right, then here's a more broad.
Mm.
Here's something that hit basically all the states: the movie theaters.
Oh,
Yeah, most definitely.
I miss
Well,
those
what'd you say?
days.
The movie theaters got all cut.
Yeah.
Hit.
Yeah.
They had to start making drive-ins again.
Didn't
Yeah.
Disney,
Especially movie
um,
critics that go to see the movie in person. It's just like,
didn't Disney like do something where like with that new Milan movie that came out a little while ago, you had to pay like $35 just to watch it on your TV? Something like
Well,
that.
yeah,
yeah,
since it's through their
I
own
think so,
discretion,
yeah.
they own the monopoly of that movie. So if you really want to see it, they can make it have whatever price they want.
I bet all
Yeah.
of these services, man, I wish we really would have looked into this. Do you have anything
I
about
bet
like how heavy Hulu, Netflix, Amazon all got hit with like their like how media is being kind of portrayed, like how much people have like added on to their subscriptions and stuff like that? Because I know
yeah,
if
and then
people
that
are
made
staying home.
and they didn't have enough workers to handle the sheer amount of people all at once coming at them. Like they were like, "Oh my!"
Well, with
And
all
then
that
they had to do the
stuff,
social distancing.
well, with most of these stuff when it comes to kind of services like that, a lot of the systems are kind of just computers and automation. Um,
Yes,
just
but you
kind
still
of
got to have the people delivering them across the world.
Oh, you're talking about just Amazon and their shipping
In a
services, right?
nutshell, yeah, Amazon is a total scheme. Yes,
Oh,
because
yeah.
like imagine that, just like all of a sudden this huge wall hit, you have to do all this legalization for your massive company, and you need more workers. Yeah, that's gonna be hell.
That's part of the reason why those of you computer people out there, shipping has been horrible. Like if you wanted a
Oh yeah.
specific product and only one place in the world makes it, getting those products shipped to the United States or just kind of having available stock at the places that retail it, like getting it to point A to B has become more expensive because the way that the countries have been working together, I believe, was like they're only allowed to take on a certain amount of weight, or like there's only certain places that it can actually go like over international waters or stuff like that. It's been crazy.
Yeah. I bought Unis Honest, they were selling U2s, right? So
Mhm.
I bought them like the day they dropped. I'm like, I need this. So I checked a day or two ago on when they would ship. They ain't coming till the end of March.
And that is what you call rough.
Like imagine, like, this is a little off topic, but it does correlate to COVID, but like the amount of people that bought them, like there was at least 1 million people that bought them. And then they gotta process them all and ship them all out. It's like hell.
I mean, I can't imagine what Black Friday is going to be
Um,
like.
Oh my goodness, they're doing Black Friday?
Over here in
No!
Virginia, they're still doing Black Friday. A lot of the places are doing it early or just kind of extending that period of
Dude,
time
you
where
know
they'll
how
have
many
it.
people are gonna get COVID from that? That is not
that
good.
Well, the
sounds like
thing
a
Definitely
is,
super
not a good
spreader.
The thing
That definitely
is
sounds like a super spreader.
I definitely feel like as long as people kind of follow the guidelines of like be 6 feet apart, and I know I'm gonna wear a
No one's
mask
gonna
and I'm
follow.
gonna be safe while doing it. Follow the guidelines, but I definitely want to see if I can snag some things at a very well price. If you guys feel
Well,
me.
good luck with that. I would rather just wait on for Cyber Monday and then just check out Amazon's
Well,
prices.
actually, the cool thing that I've noticed is a lot of companies that I've noticed, Best Buy or Newegg, a couple of online stores. What they'll do is they'll actually go ahead and if you're like a member, right, like just a base member, they'll actually kind of allow you to, uh, I guess, interact with their Black Friday deals early, if that makes sense.
That's nice.
So I've
That's
noticed
very
how
nice of
a
them.
lot of them have done that as like an alternative to going up in person and having a riot. Oh boy.
Yeah, because aren't basically Black Fridays just riots,
I mean,
just not as violent. Actually, they're still violent. What am
last
I saying?
year I had a pretty peaceful time going to Black Friday when I was snagging a TV. It was just
Oh,
kind of
they're like
rather than if you could pick it up, you got it. What they did was they actually gave out like vouchers to the certain people online to like the first ones there, and if you got one, you basically got your hands on the stock.
ah,
Yeah.
I see. I never really
Like a good
participated in a
deal.
Black Friday, but I don't have much of an experience with that. But Tyler, do you? I mean, Bryce, do you have any experience with Black Friday as like an actual
Um,
actually time you went there?
no, I have none.
Cheese?
Or I just
Hmm?
bought stuff online.
You guys have never been to a Black Friday? Oh my god.
Oh yeah,
No,
no, I've
not.
never been inside of a store during a Black Friday.
Yeah, my mother's always told me it's just pure chaos, and plus the deals aren't that worth it.
It's fun when you're the first person there, like, and if you're like me, like, I'll just be like that one kid just sprinting across the store. Gosh, it's so fun when you, like, got that adrenaline pumping, but, it is good to not fight with people because I don't specifically like it when, all those videos that you see from across the United States of, like, people fighting over this one thing, or such as when the COVID hit, people were fighting over rolls of toilet paper, people getting in fistfights all over that.
Oh,
Oh
I
my
remember
gosh!
those
Imagine how it's gonna be in
times.
Black Friday. $1 off rolls of toilet paper. Just pure chaos.
Yeah, we're still going over our
Yeah.
guidelines for that, and then oh my gosh, and then
But
everywhere.
anyways, we're talking more on the medium spectrum. We're heading more into Black Friday. Let's head back to our main topic.
All right.
So,
I got a little derailed.
Twitch use has what did you say you found, Lettuce? What it went up to 15 million users active?
No, there was already around like 15 million. Let's pull up my. Actually, I can't pull up my spectacles right now. But in a matter of that little
Oh wait, wait,
March
wait! I
area,
remember.
I kind of got it a little bit off the top of my head. It went from like 15 million to like 45 million in that little period of 6 days that you were talking about before, like where all of a
Dude,
sudden we all got locked down.
yeah,
Like,
why did
ooh,
everything just like boom for such a huge for just a short span? But it was so vast, it was like dumping a pile of coal into a furnace. It just roars up an enormous heat and then it settles back down.
I mean, I don't think it specifically settled back down. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say
It's
it's still at
still
that peak, right?
it's not as big as the peak. That's what I'm getting to.
Yeah,
It's
but
still big flame, but it's not as big as it started.
you got to take a look at it like also like when people try purchasing stuff, right? The surge for household products was huge, or hand sanitizer was huge at first, but then now you got like just a grand stock of it, and it meets the demand now.
Oh yeah, didn't you? I remember I saw an image of a store in China was selling hand sanitizer, a little bottle, $65.
Ugh. Oof,
Jeez.
that is rough.
Also, mask manufacturers must be like so happy now.
Well, the thing is, I
I think
heard
they'd be
in like
sad.
London, they've always like had face masks for sale because of all the smoke and So really, it's
I
not that big of a
actually,
difference for people.
I was walking in the store with my sister, and we saw a shirt in the clothes aisle that came with a matching mask.
That's cool.
That is some next level business ideas. Not even gonna lie.
Some next level marketing.
I mean, I think
It's good marketing, but still sad to think about that it is a new thing to have a matching mask to come with a shirt hanging on a
bro.
rack.
Hey, hold on. I know.
It's
Maybe you don't
good
like this,
marketing.
but like, I got like this white sweatshirt has roses, and like, I can have like a matching face mask and look great, with flowers on my mask. It's great, man. I appreciate that one much.
Hey man, if we gotta wear face masks, we might as well wear them in style. I bet you there's rich
Yeah,
people
might as
out there
well
who just have
match.
like fine materials, what kind of exotic fabrics other than silk are there that would be
Like you got
used?
polyester,
Crocodile mask. Well,
polyester, wool,
Like
cotton,
there's this one rich guy who just has like a gold plated freaking face mask and
that sounds
such.
heavy.
Just weird stuff like that.
I mean, I don't know if we're still on. Like, I don't know if we're like
Anywho.
still on stock shortages for like all
What
those masks
else?
though.
How big has YouTube gotten into an increase on or any other social media platform? What other increases have they had during this span? Or
Uh,
what have you guys noticed, that is?
I could tell you, I've been on YouTube a lot more.
yeah. So with me, I've been on YouTube a lot more than I usually am.
Pretty much make a free on-demand service that you can access from internet, and I'm
We
pretty
can't
sure it
just
would
sit
boom.
quiet.
Oh, we having internet issues?
All right. Well, I guess since we don't have much else to talk about, I
Uh,
guess
uh,
that will do.
hold on,
now.
hold on. Tour glitchy audio. Just get him back in here.
He is sort of lagging.
Yeah, I think he's getting that cool stuff.
Uh,
Excuse us while we're having technical difficulties. Someone make up music with their mouths that would be in the technical difficulty area. Oh, never mind, he's back.
My apologies. I disconnected. What did I miss?
Nick's technical difficulties music. Nick, that's copyrighted. Stop humming that.
I did it.
Copyright.
So I was asking a question on what have you guys seen difference in YouTube and other social media. I was asking that question and I got pure silence. I'm like, uh-oh.
I know people have been drastically more active on those. People who really haven't been
Yeah.
active on it are just kind of might have gotten to the point of might as well try it, or it's kind of become the only thing where you can talk to other people these days since you can't just go, "Hey, Fred," just, your neighbor.
I've also heard that Australia has had similar increases as America has for social medias, but it was specifically directed towards America and Australia, not really much else.
Specifically Australia, in quotes.
Yeah.
Well, you guys think we're still on that little stock issue for medical supply?
I don't think so as of now.
I don't think it's doing as bad.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, it's
actually.
probably still pretty bad, but it's not as terrible.
I mean, I remember just when everything was crashing down in the beginning, with just kind of you had all those remarkable people who would stay there and try to work with the people who were getting all the COVID, right? And then they wouldn't even be supplied with medical supplies like masks, gloves, because people were just trying to snag those up as soon as possible.
Gosh, wait, really? They just take it?
Yeah, because people would
Yeah.
order. It's like the whole toilet paper thing. People knew that everything was going to happen, so everyone panic bought all of the stuff. It was the same thing with masks, right?
My question is why did everyone panic buy toilet paper in specific? Because here's my dilemma with this. There's a plant that grows in my backyard that is as soft as toilet paper, and I have always been told that it's called nature's toilet paper. My entire life. It's the leaves of those milk dud plants. I can't remember their exact name.
Okay, but I would like to comment on that and say 400 million people. The thought of household products and the government and kind of I don't want to strictly say the government, but just kind of the economic status of the United States would go downhill quite a bit because businesses would get a lot of people uptaken since there's all these guidelines that people can't work in person. Just kind of, it was kind of the collapse of a lot of things, or not really a collapse, but a dampening of a lot of um, freedoms that businesses could kind of take.
Ooh,
And
speaking of businesses, I've heard Kickstarter did this kind of system to help businesses do fundings. It was like Kickstarter Greenlight or something like that.
it's kind of nice. I know
See.
with all this
Yeah, it was
COVID
to help.
stuff,
It
online
was help
stores have been
small
popular.
businesses to keep open.
Yeah. As bad as this whole thing has been, but since everyone's shut in, internet, online stores, online businesses have been kind of popular. Seen kind
Yeah, a
of
lot. Yeah, you've seen a lot of ads on like GoDaddy and well, then there's like another one called like Spectacle or something like that. A lot of these sites that help you create your online business.
yeah, a good variety of products is always healthy. To spend the
Yes, it is because if
lessening of
Amazon was
money.
the only site where you buy everything, it would be so the prices would be so enormous. It would be basically you'd go broke on buying one object.
I guess my only issue with that, yeah, would be kind of like the whole growing broke on objects. Yeah, inflation's gotten a little worse, but at the same time, the prices have kind of deflated a little. Like for most of the products that are starting to get back in season, I think most of the stuff that would suck would be a lot of unemployment because I know a lot of people who were hit really heavy with that. Do you got any facts on unemployment at the moment, due to COVID?
Um, I think as of now, I think that unemployment rose by like 50% during the beginning, but a lot of jobs opened later on because they needed more like custodians and such. So I think it's back into a balance of sorts since there's now a lot of temporary jobs open for during COVID. You know, like cleaning crews and such.
Yeah. Okay. So unemployment for part-time workers in October this year was 6.7%,
Oh, that
and
sounds bad.
yeah, it's not horrible, but unemployment rates
Then
before COVID,
again, it's
I guess it's
still yeah.
before COVID, it was like 5. So I mean, I guess it rose by a whole entire percent, which I mean, out loud, I guess 1% doesn't really sound that intense. But you got to think about it. 1% of 400 million people, because this is just for the United States. 1% of 400 million people is still 4 million people.
Yes,
That
yes, but like you still got to think in the aspect it is only 1% because it's a majority rule kind of scenario because you can't help everyone, but help as many people as you can.
I
If you
guess.
get my meaning. That's always been the philosophy I've always thought about.
Yeah. But like
Can't save everyone.
think about how many football stadiums you can fill up with 4 million people. And that's just people who lost their jobs.
I
Jeez.
guess, but even before then, there were still millions of people jobless before even
Well, that's
COVID.
just an increase
Oh,
off of that, Spencer, or
Ah,
Tortilla. That's just an increase
let me
off of COVID.
see.
Because I guess when you crack down to it, yeah, because 1% of 400 million would have to be 4 million, right? Before
right.
before using this cool trusty program called the calculator, you know, 0.06 times 400, that's two. Wow, hold on. Can I really not? That would be like
You're doing a
24 million
decimal, you have to
people.
do divide.
Yeah, I mean, I multiplied it by a decimal. So,
Mm,
calc. Let me do it again since I just decided to close it. So, what were we at? 0.05 before, and
divide.
whoops, times 400. All right. So before, yeah, because it would bring me the number of millions that it would kind of come to, which
Oh,
would
that's
be
really good.
before we were around 20 million, you know, and then just kind of with that increase in that percent, so 0.06 times 400, like 24 million people now. So I guess that whole 4 million people, ooh, kind of hits
Yeah, it is
rough.
a pretty big number, but like, there's only so much like America as a country can really do. Like, if they have to follow the CDC guidelines, they have to follow them by the letter, or they will get screwed over.
I just wish those people
So
luck.
it's basically all you can do, or hope that they're all like, I don't know, around our age, is a little bit older, and they're just still with their parents, so they aren't homeless, so they at least have a roof over their head.
Well, I know Amazon has been doing its best to put out a lot of jobs. I know I've been seeing some advertisements about that.
Well, the problem with Amazon, how they work is that they make you in a factor of where like they want you to stay there. Like they give you like I heard about like there's like sleeping stations for their workers and such.
Oh, for a
But I'm
second I
not.
thought we were taking it like Henry Ford and his ways of the Ford companies working back in the old days. They
No,
want
no,
you to
no.
stay there. No. Wait, they actually allow you to sleep at Amazon? Question
Yeah,
mark?
I thought there was some. I thought I've heard something about that. And there's like a games area and such. Like they try to make you stay there so you work more theoretically,
I
since
mean,
you don't have commuting time.
you
But
got me.
this is all estimated guesses. I am not certain on all this. This was all assumptions, but who knows? That may be true or maybe not.
I mean, I could speak for the IT industry a little bit. Like, remote working has been a little interesting, but as soon as you learn how to, I guess you could say, just kind of remotely work in quotes, because that includes a lot of different various responsibilities. Um, you know, you can kind of get around a lot of things. But I know a lot of companies and their servers, cough cough, Microsoft, not to single them out, but they've been having a bit of an overloaded time
Will make
with
sense.
how many people have got on their services.
That's fair. So again with the social media aspect,
Yeah.
more inflation.
Yep.
Is that all we have for today, or is
I think
there more to talk about?
I think that would be it. Rice, cheese. You guys have been quiet a little. You guys
Um,
got anything
Eh,
cool? How has this whole thing
Okay,
impacted you
mm,
anything bad?
guys?
my life hasn't been impacted too much.
same here.
The whole thing.
You guys speak for the
Yeah.
introverts.
A lot of people or a lot of people at work have been transferring to working at home a lot. Like
Really?
recently, my mom just started working at home now, and that's cool.
Yeah, I mean, how about how did we get off as students and not even talk about this? How has remote learning impacted us, or should we just save that for
Oh,
next week?
It has been
Wait,
great
or
being an
should we save this
introvert.
for next week?
Ooh, you got a point. You got a point. Yeah, we should
yeah,
probably
you
save
do
this
get a
for later.
point.
All right.
All right,
That concludes it. Thank you so much for watching. We hope to see you next time.
all right, toodles.
Goodbye.
Is it off?
Did you hear me?
I'm letting the after credits kind of come on.
Oh.
Well, then you can just cut our audio out. That's fine.